Introduced to All right, welcome everybody. We are live from the Alpha Esports and Technology Center. It doesn't sound like or look like my microphone is on, so I might just be talking into the ether. Nope, we're good. We're good to go. So we are getting ready to stream from the Amateur Esports Association tournament today. So we have 1 second here while I try to get it all situated. We have CA 2187, and then we have one of our other gamers, Ronzo, playing with him today. So as you can see, we have CA 2187 getting ready to load into the map. Essential skills. And while they're doing that, we'll go ahead and get them ready to go. So enjoy. They should be starting. They should be launching off the bus in about 5 seconds. Give me 1 second, and I will be back.
All right, we're landing, kid. Nice and quiet. We could probably land. Yeah. There's people landing nearby. People landing there. No, pull back. Don't land there. Don't land there. Hold on, Kaden, run towards me. There you go. You got a gun? Alright. Nice, come on.
Okay, so you can see CA 2187 and Toronto have landed.
Yeah,
Looks
we
like
don't,
there are
we
another
don't,
25
we don't want
people
any people
in the map. So that's roughly 13 other teams. No, 12, yeah, about 12 other teams. So unless one person's playing as a solo, and we are playing with the latest season update for Fortnite with the Star Wars patch. So you see this game manager. See what they're going right now. And again, we will be paying attention to.
No, we're not sniping anyone. We're just looking out.
We'll be checking out.
There's a stormtrooper over here. You want to go get him? Or no? Actually, no. No, leave it.
This first match, and as we get as we get into the later matches, we will check out both POVs. But for now, we're going to
because we don't want to attract gunfire.
This one. I'm trying to figure out why we aren't hearing any sound.
What could be a parent or a child? But suffice to say, this is
hold on.
What
let's get some materials.
But no, and then you have your is it pulling up? Are you on the
So okay, so like I said, I apologize for the sound issues, but looks like they're right now focusing on grabbing their
Let's get some more mats,
materials,
and then we're going to camp in that bush right there, okay?
They'll have the capabilities to build, especially as we get deeper into the end game, which is absolutely necessary when these games that when you have these Fortnite matches where towards the end game they're they're mainly focusing on height and materials. So obviously, the materials, the more height you can take, and obviously the more ammunition, the better suited you are for
Make
your
sure you're in the
matches.
center so that
So,
people can't see you
so we're gonna
poking
go
out.
ahead
There you
and
go.
keep following CA. Looks like right now they're trying to hire
Don't move around too
to
much.
see if there's anybody nearby. Again, there's a lot of NPCs with the Star Wars patch, as well as the fact that they have to worry about another 22 people on the map now. So it looks like a few were eliminated. So we're gonna go ahead and
No, not from one.
keep up and see what's going on. So I'll sit tight. I'll be right back.
On the. All right. Oh, they brought lightsabers back. I haven't played in a minute. I don't see anybody on the train. All right. I want to stay here real quick. There's a kid. He's beaming. He's headed towards you. Run, 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 run. Kidding. No, don't we have to take our stats? I didn't take my stats. I know, Kaden.
And have I been talking this whole time on mute? I think we've been talking this whole time on mute. We were on mute. All right, so sorry about that. We are live from the Alpha Esports Technology Center, just giving a recap of the first match of the Amateur Esports Association Open Fortnite Tournament. We have one duo representing our Wolfpack today. We have Haranzo, who is one of our returning players who wanted to come in and play for today's match. We have CA2187. They're both warming up for the next match. Their first match looks like they came in 11th place with no elimination. So decent showing for the first match. We're still trying to troubleshoot the sound issues to see what's going on, and we hope to have that fixed in time for the second match. But if this is your first time tuning in, this is the Alpha Esports and Technology official. Let me make sure.
No, that is them.
Okay, so this is the official Alpha Esports and Technology YouTube or Twitch channel. We are a gaming and technology center here in the Suwanee, Georgia area. We actually just wrapped up our open house event where we showcase some of our camps that we have coming up, including our game design camp, our Python coding with Rocket League camp, our drone safety camp, our Lego building code camp, and our cybersecurity basics camp. We'll be doing each of those throughout the summer, so you can go to alphaesportstech.com/camps for more information if you're interested in registering. Thank you to everybody who showed up to the open house, and thank you to everybody who are watching us live today. As you can see, we're trying to get our follower numbers up. So if you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and give us a like, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see what's going on with these technical issues and see if we can make sure you guys can get the in-game feel or the in-game sound during the next match. So just sit tight and we will be right back. In-game feel or the in-game sound.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love. dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for the I wonder where you are.
All right, y'all. We are just about ready to get back into our second match. Let me make sure we are not on mute this time, because last time I was talking for like 5 minutes and realized we were on mute. So we are getting ready for our next match. And yep. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so let's make sure we are good on sound. Let's bring this microphone up a little bit more, make sure we're good, so we're not too low. I'm not sure why. So we're good to go. All right, so we're good. All right, so like I said, we are gearing up for our next match. It looks like we are about 60 seconds in. 60 seconds away from jumping into the next match. But just to give a quick rundown, we have CA 2187, and now we have Haranzo, who is kind of hanging out on his phone currently. But we have both on stream. Hopefully, we were able to troubleshoot the video issue, but let's see if we can troubleshoot the sound issue and get that fixed. If not, you guys are just gonna have to settle for my annoying voice a little bit more than usual. But they are loading into their, looks like they're loading into their game. They're about 48 seconds away. There, yep. Looks like Alonzo's also loading in. So we are just about ready to go. And if you're wondering where the rest of the team is, it looks like a few of our gamers are in the console Victory Cash Cup today. So good luck to them. And it looks like we just had a crash. That's not good. Hold on. Okay, so looks like CA 2187 is gonna have to do this run this solo while what's going on. I guess we just had a technical issue. Yeah, it looks like there was a crash. All right, look, try to load back in. All right, so CA 2187 is gonna looks like he's gonna have to brave the solo. However, I think he'll be fine. So he quickly lands and grabs 50% shield. Now he's gonna have to, since he's playing solo, he's going to have to make sure he kind of plays it safe. He's not going to be able to be as aggressive as he would like to be, but it's important that he grabs all that he can and also make sure he grabs enough materials. So in a situation like this, he's going to have to be very mindful of all the players on the map. Reason being is he's going to be at a disadvantage for most of it. Hopefully he can try to find some NPC allies. Oh no, it looks like he's going to go ahead and shoot his shot. And he's got to quickly get out of there because, again, he is playing against duos as a solo right now. Hopefully we can figure out what's going on and Haranzo can get himself back into the game. He won't be able to get back into the game today, or at least this match, but for the remaining matches. So he's quickly gathering materials. He's has about almost 200 brick, getting close to about 200 wood, but he needs to make sure he grabs some more metal. But again, he has to be extremely careful because he has no one watching his back or his flanks, as he's again at a disadvantage of a 1v2. And most of the fights he'll encounter this round. right, so it sounds like there may be some people in his vicinity. Now, again, the question in these situations is, do we go ahead and try to take on the fight, or do we try to pick our opportunities to either third party or pick off from a distance? Again, if you draw too much attention to yourself, then you run the risk of having that whole team or multiple teams come after you. And as you can see with the counter, there's about 23 people left, so that means there should be 11 other teams and one solo. So we're assuming that the solo player is our very own CA2187. So again, we have to be very careful as to how we want to approach these points of interest, as well as some of these fights. Checking his mats, he is at 216 brick, 170 wood, and 38. So again, he's gonna have to move quickly to gather more materials. But he did grab himself a lightsaber. Jedi training is complete, so now he does have some force ability. So hopefully that'll give him a little more of an advantage to make up for the fact that he's running solo right now. Let's see what happens. And so it looks like another player was just eliminated. So now there are 22. So now that means there probably are 10 teams and 2 solos. And again, these numbers could be wrong. It could be a couple other solos, but we just need to make, we're just kind of estimating based on the fact that this is a duos royale. All right, so it looks like he's grabbing some other blasters, and now he is at about halfway for both wood and brick. Still got a way to go to collect his metal materials. Okay, so we have now, we're at a mat count of 300 brick, 168 metal, and 243. So again, about halfway with wood. A little more than halfway. Actually, now he's a little more than halfway with wood. 300. So he's about 200 more for brick, and like I said, he's gonna have to definitely catch up on the metal. Checking the player count, there's still about 22 people left on the map, so nothing has changed there. You see, CA2187 is just gonna sit tight at Flooded Frogs. Make sure you try to collect as much material as possible before the storms start to close in. So now we're leaving Flooded Frogs, I wish I could say that right, and heading a little further north. However, he has about 53 seconds before the next storm closes in, so he's gonna have to move quickly, assuming the storm is moving south. Didn't see where how the first storm landed. And then just to check on the player map, it looks like a player has been revived, so now we're back up to a player count of 23. So again, looks like we have 11 duos and 1 solo. Unfortunate that we had a technical issue with with Alonzo. Otherwise, like I said, we would have had 24 and we would have had a full duo here. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and see what CA can do here. Now it looks like a team has been eliminated. Now with the count down to 21. Almost at max brick, but almost halfway with the metal. Again, as we start getting into the mid or end game, he's gonna want to make sure he starts picking and choosing his spots and his targets. We're down to about 19 people left, so that looks like 2 more people were eliminated. And yes, we got our first spam comment of the day. Thank you for our cheap viewers on Stream Boo spam message. However, we will not be following those instructions today. It looks like another 2 players have been eliminated. Now we're down to 17. So again, it looks like the action is definitely starting to pick up in this match. Alright, so we have about 90 seconds before the next storm circle. And CA is, I think, now about in 8th or 9th place. It did look like there was some movement in his direction to his left, so it looks like he's actually going towards the action. And it looks like another 2 players have been eliminated, so now we're down to about 15. So again, if we're just trying to keep up, that looks like about there should probably be 7 duos left, assuming those are full teams, which means CA would be roughly in about 8th place, right about now. So again, not bad of a showing. Playing solo in a duos match. Looks like another 2 players have been eliminated. We're down to 13 players, so now that would put him in his 7th place. So again, just checking the mats. He is at about 288 metal, 372 wood, and 486 brick. So he's almost at maximum for brick. I'd like if he had a little bit more. Probably be somewhere closer to 350 or 400. Everything looks like the storm eye is going to be shrinking in about another 90 seconds. So he's within the circle right now. However, that means the action is going to start closing in on him as well. And it looks like he does have some players spectating him, so he's got to be very careful, because that means if they're out and their partner is still in, they could be getting some instructions on where he is. Let's see what he does. All right, so again, it's like we're at 11 players left. So that gives CA now up. We're at 10. We're down to 8, which gives CA now a top 5 finish. So again, like I said, the action's picking up as the storm starts to shrink. So it's gonna have to decide what he wants to do. Does he want to lay low, or does he want to jump to the edge? Now he's kind of going back and forth. Let's see if he can survey the area and see if there's anybody around. Doesn't see anything. Looks like another player was just eliminated. Now we're down to 7. That means there are 6 players left, so there's probably 3 teams left. So that should put him in 4th place. This is good positioning right now, especially if the storm is going to be closing in on his location. I probably would see if there was a little somewhere where you can get a little more height. However, it does look like he's aware of some movement that's going on over there. However, again, with the fish in the water and everything like that, you're not really sure. Now we're down to 6 players left, so that's 5. And again, these are some of the strategies that you can have. You can either play and try to eliminate as many players as possible, or you can try to survive and wait it out and try to pick your opportunities. In this situation, waiting it out would probably be the best option since CA was down with no partner for his second match, and he would be at a disadvantage. Now, with 6 players left, that means there are a possible 2 teams left and 2 solos, so one other solo other than CA. So let's see what he's going to do now. The storm circle is closing in. He's already close by, so he doesn't have to do too much for his rotation. However, he should be able to see what other players are going to be rotating in the circle as well, since he's one of the first ones there. Now, if he can get the high ground, maybe try to hide in a tree, or if he builds, then that's going to draw attention. So if he can try to use the natural surroundings at first to see where the opponents are coming in, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just not going to be as high. He's going to hide out in the bush for a second and see where the rotations are coming in. And it does look like someone is coming in from the lone wolf lair, right on his position. So let's see what he does. 5 players left, so it looks like there may be 2 duos left. Yep, and it looks so they're just south of him. Sorry, it sounds like I'm in the game too. I'm whispering at this point, but if you can see the gold circle, that means someone is fairly close. It's over to his left. However, he has 15 seconds before the storm circle moves. So in this situation, I see if you can try to rotate. It looks like the other player is right there. So you have to be very careful as he makes his rotations. Looks like he's gonna go wide, which is smart. He's gonna have to move quickly. And you can already see that there's some action going on. So now he's gonna quickly make the rotation into the next circle, and he's gonna probably run right into a fight, which it looks like that's exactly what's happening. As you can see, there's a build in the air. So five players left. So again, he's up 3 players left. So now that means there's 1 team left, or there could be 2 other solos. So CA is going to have to be very careful since that fight was right there. They probably have the high ground. They're probably looking down to see. They're going to start looking for him. He has 1 minute before the next rotation, and again, they have the high ground, so he's at a slight disadvantage here. And it does look like one of his opponents, either they're very close, or the item that they dropped is close by, and it sounds like they're right over his head. So he's going to make his move now.
How much?
You said it was a. Hold on one second.
Yes, like 20.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, awesome job, CA 2182 with the second place finish. Again, coming in as a solo because of technical difficulties, he did not let that stop him and was able to turn that into a second place victory. So, good job. Again, great strategy. So now we have, so as we are moving into the third match, that should give us, hold on one second. I have to report our scores. All right, so awesome job there. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then hopefully we'll be fine for match 3. So sit tight, and we will be right back. Again, super good job by CA2187 playing that match solo and holding out for the second place finish. So we're going to keep it up, keep the momentum going, and jump into match 3 very soon. So sit tight. We'll be right back.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up.
But they cleaned it up over the Falcons and Cloud9 3-1. Today, you're playing the Royal Ravens, who got caught.
All right, y'all. We are back. We are getting ready for the next match. So just to give a quick rundown, we are playing with one duo team here today. We have Haranzo and we have CA2187. First match, we had Haranzo and CA come in 11th place as they kind of jumped right in the middle of the ruckus and got out fairly quickly. And then the second match, we had a technical issue, and Haranzo actually crashed out of the game before he could even get started, which led CA2187 to have to play that map by himself, and he still came in second place. So great job by the team so far. I'm hoping to get an update on the rest of the team who it looks like they are participating in the console cash cup. So let me see well they were earlier. Oh nope. We do have so they're playing the duo console cash cup. So good luck to them. We're about to get in about 60 seconds. So it's been a day. It's been a day, but this is why we do it. Give these gamers an opportunity to showcase their talents and do what they love, and hopefully give their parents a little break in between as well. So we are live from now at the Esports and Technology Center, and we again are in the Amateur Esports Association Fortnite Open Tournament. This is a duos tournament where I believe it's 4 matches, and they are playing Battle Royale, and they are playing with the latest Star Wars patch, so they will be they will be able to have some lightsaber and blaster action as well. Just trying to see where we are, see if we're good to go.
If anything, we can just get in this house.
And it does look like they are landing in, so we are going to jump right into the action. Guess I caught it. I guess I must have heard. I was late to the party here, but again, I apologize. It does seem like we are having the sound. We are having some sound issues, so we are going to be talking through a lot of this again, which is fine because you guys love me, right? All right, so it's like Horizon's quickly trying to grab some shields. CA is just under halfway with his.
Don't destroy walls that are gonna like open the house up. So like you can destroy like stuff in here, but like.
So again, they want to make sure they do gather their material, but they also do not want to reveal their location. So they've got to be very careful. It looks like we have 29 players in the map right now. Oh, and it does sound like we do have some sound, so we may have fixed some of it. So let's see what happens. We did catch some of the communication between Alonzo and CA, so let's see what's going on now. They're going to be making our way downtown. No, let me not do that. Looks like there was one elimination so far. Actually, that was the second elimination so far. So there should be about roughly 14 teams left. Again, it's just alright, let's just do a quick match check. Looks like CA is about halfway, or he's a little over half now with the wood. However, he has 95 brick and 22 metal. Ronzo is at 100, 30, and 50. So we're gonna need to get those map numbers up, especially if we get to the end game. All right, it looks like we're down to 26 players, so there's roughly 13 teams left in the map. Again, they can play a little more loosely since they have a full team, but I would probably recommend that they kind of play the same strategy for the most part. Lay low, pick your shots, pick your opportunities. You don't have to be completely passive the entire map, but I definitely would recommend being somewhat passive here. It does sound like there's some action going on. They have a build underneath the house. However, they have just over a minute before the next storm shrinks or storm circle. I don't know if he's practicing his editing or
Well, he should keep
what have you, but we'll rock with it. Okay, sounds like there may be some action north of CA. Meanwhile, looks like there was another elimination. We're down to 24 players left. So again, that's about 12 teams remaining. looks like CA is completely maxed out on his wood materials. He's at 115 for brick and 22 for metal. Bronzo's at 289 wood, 100 brick, and 62 metal. So definitely going to need to find some more opportunities to get more material. As it looks like there is another elimination, so we're down to 20 players left, or roughly 10 teams. Nope. Looks like another one, so now there's about 9 teams left. So we are quickly moving into the end game for map 3. They agreed to play this. I don't know if they hear something or they're anticipating someone coming in. I'm not sure what Haranzo's doing at this moment, but I'm getting a little dizzy. So we're going to go ahead and switch back over to CA 2187. And as you can see, Haranzo is still doing his spinny dance or something. All right, so like I said, I don't know if they're anticipating someone coming through the window or if they heard something. Again, although we have some sound, we don't have all the sound going right now. So we're going to go ahead and switch back over to CA 2187. But based on their positioning, it seems like they may have heard something that got their attention. They want to make sure that they're good. And they'll peek out the window safely, and it looks like there's no one there, so the threat may have passed. So they need to be careful, because again, now we are down to 16 players left, or 8 teams. And again, they made their edit underneath to go ahead and get to the bottom of the house. So this way, if there's anyone waiting for them to come out the window, they won't see that. So again, no, smart play. Smart strategy here. However, they got about a minute before they're going to have to make their next rotation. Hopefully, the rotation works in their favor. See what's happening. Okay, gotta be careful. I don't want to give up their location too soon. And they definitely don't want to go.
No.
Okay, so they're trying to build out this box situation, which I guess is smart, assuming the storm doesn't move. Yep, next circle. So now they're gonna have to get through masked meadows. So they're gonna have to be very careful. So they're probably gonna want. Yep, it looks like they're gonna try to make a rotation as dead side as possible. Right, so they're gonna go ahead and make their way out. Again, just checking the match check. Haranzo is fairly low on mats. CA is almost maximum on wood, but low with everything else. So it's not going to be beneficial for them if they move into the end game where things start to get a little tricky with the height. But we'll see what they do. Okay, it looks like they made it into the next circle safely. They found a shed that they can kind of hide out in, and now they're going to make their next rotation over. All right, checking the surroundings, making sure they're safe. see where we are right now. Okay, looks like CA is going to try to get some height. Alonso's going to try to, I guess, stay on the flank. And just to check the player count, they are down to 15 players, so they should put them in about 8th place or so. And again, we are in map 3. Okay, so now they're down to 13 players left, so that would put them about 7th place now. 6th or 7th? No, 7th. I think it's 7th. We'll see. We got 10 seconds before the next storm. 13 players left on the map. And let's see where the next storm is going to take them. Oh, not too far from their current location, but again, they have to be careful because as the storm shrinks, everybody else is going to start converging onto that circle. So you're going to start seeing that player count drop down significantly fairly soon. And it looks like it's already started with 1 elimination. So now that puts 12 players left, 7 squad. 7th or 7 I should say, so that puts them in 7th. Oh no, I'm sorry, 11 players left, and that puts our team in 6th place right now. So we have another top 10 finish. Let's see if we can capitalize off of that and get into the top 5 and then top 3 or then top 2. Again, we need to make up points for the first match, and because they are not playing an aggressive style today, they're not getting points off of any eliminations. Just to kind of give you a breakdown, they would get 1 point for every elimination they would get, and we are down to 10 players, so that puts them in 5th, assuming they're all even teams. So like I said, you'll see as the storm starts to shrink, we're going to start seeing some more action. The action's going to start to pick up. And as you can see, they're kind of staying on the outside of the storm circle, or dead side, so to speak, hoping that they don't run into too much action. So they are definitely trying to play it safe until the end game, which is smart. Those stormtroopers, okay. Which is smart considering, like I said, their materials are still very low. They have their wooden materials, but I wouldn't bank on that too much, especially as we get into the end game and everybody else is going to be playing with stronger mats in their builds. Similar to, I guess you could think of like the 3 little pigs here. You have the straw, the wood, and the brick. In this situation, you have the wood, the brick, and the metal. Right, so looks like they're going to make their rotation through the bamboo forest, I guess that's what you want to call it. Again, also another great opportunity to kind of grab some more mats, but they need to make sure they are sticking together because the other teams are chomping at the bit to find a way to get those extra points. Okay, so it looks like what Alonso's doing is he's aware of the fact that he's fairly low on his wood. And he's going to kind of go around and gather his materials. And if you look, he's making sure he hits everything equally to make sure that he doesn't knock anything down. You want to make sure he doesn't knock anything down because that would give up his location. So he hit everything equally. Now he maxed out on wood. Now he's going to go ahead and do the same thing for brick. He's going to find opportunities to chop down some rocks or things like that to get him some more mats. So now if you check his materials, he is now maxed out on wood and he has about 300 brick. So again, he's definitely in better shape than what he was a second ago. And then if you check CA, he's also maxed out on wood and he's at 250 brick. So they're not bad, and then they have about 150 metal between them. So again, still low on the metal materials. However, it sounds like there's some shots behind them. They need to go ahead and move, especially as the next storm circle is closing in. And it looks like it's off to their right. So they need to be very careful. Or they're back actually behind them. And now they're down to 8 players left, which would give them a top 4 or top 5 finish. So again, they have achieved the next goal of making top 5. At least I think so. So it looks like CA went ahead and tried to take the opportunity to kind of grab some more brick. Toronto's going to do the same thing. And they have about 7 seconds before they make the next storm circle. So the storm eye is now shrinking, so they need to go ahead and make their rotations. So now here we have, this is where you're going to have to be a little careful because now you have the storm closing in as well as the other teams. Looks like there are 2 other teams on the map or 6 players left in this game. So let's see where they go. Now, actually, there are 5 players left. So either way, they're about to run into some action, whether it's going to be from dodging the storm or dodging the fights. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ignore that comment. That's a bit crazy. The fact that you just want to kind of hang out there, but thank you for the disgusting bot comment on a youth esports platform.
Hear their footsteps.
So it looks like they're gonna try to lay low here. They have 19 seconds.
Stop sprinting because they can hear.
All right, so they're gonna try to lay low here. Looks like there's 5 players left on the map. Let's see what they do. So now that's going to be about, we're looking at a top 3 finish, possibly. See what happens. Oh, they gotta move. Storm is right on them. They gotta move.
They're over there.
There's a fight over to their right.
They're fighting over there. Come on.
So,
before they see us.
Hopefully they can use the distraction of the fight to make their rotation safely. Just closing in. Okay, they got a little ways to go. Who's up the road? Oh, okay, no, that's a stormtrooper on the road. So they're gonna have to close in. And is there a build? Yep, there's a build over here. So they're gonna be walking right into the mix. Let's see what happens here. Can they keep a low profile? And they just made it.
We don't know what's
Just made
inside.
it, and now the next storm. Right, so now they're trying to lay low in the bushes. The team, looks like the enemy team is building right above them. However, the next storm is north, and so it looks like they're going to try to wait out this fight.
What do you have? Drop the shield breaker. Take one of these just in case we have to wait it out before.
Alright, so let's see what they're gonna do now. They got less than a minute. Alright, they're gonna try to use the storm.
He's right here.
Oh, and it does look like they got in there. They're in the action now. Oh, CA's down. And in the storm. All right, third place. And so again, top 3 finish. So good job. Like I said, good effort. They were trying to get some points from that last fight. Gotta be a little bit quicker. Alright, so let's see what's happening. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back with the final match of the day. And I guess we're going to see what's going on about some of these comments here. So sit tight and we'll be right back.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. consumption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want reduced consumption. Get faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
All right, y'all. So we are 60 seconds out from the last match of the day. So just to give a quick recap. So in map 1, we came in 11th place, I believe. Map 2, Alpha Esports Technology actually was TA2187 had to go solo after some technical issues from Horanzo, and we were able to secure the second place win. And now in map 3, Horanzo was able to troubleshoot the issues, and we came back and was able to secure a third place victory. So now we are heading into, I believe, the final map of the day. So kind of talked over some issues or some strategies that I think would probably be beneficial for them moving forward. See if they're able to take advantage of those situations. So we're about to load right into the map in about less than a minute now, and hopefully take it. Think what they would need to do to be a little more successful. And again, they're not off by much. They are second place, third place, and like I said, 11th place. That first map was kind of rough. But what I think they should do here is, make sure they grab their materials and honestly work on the builds and work on taking height, especially towards the end game. So they're gonna have to find the areas where they're able to grab a natural height and then also build. But in order to do that, like I said, they're going to have to be a little bit more exposed. So it's kind of a gamble. If they build up, then they're going to,
Let's see where we're landing.
draw the attention to themselves. If they
Okay, let's land.
if they lay low, then the other teams will have the advantage of building before them. So it looks like they are jumping out, and they want to make sure they land quickly because it does look like there are a few other folks who may be landing in close proximity to them.
Here, we can land over here.
Oh, that's good. There's 2 places that we can take. That's good.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, we have some communication
Yeah,
going
we gotta
on here.
move.
So,
Okay.
all right. So again, last match. I guess they're a little loose now. We're gonna see what they
That's
do.
hey man. This is a vacant home.
We're not robbing this for tomorrow.
And again, this is the Amateur Esports
We
Association
gotta give it back.
Open Tournament. They're just kind of playing for fun here. The real tournament
That's
takes place
robbing.
in June 28th in North Carolina, where we will be participating in
How was
the
supposed to
Amateur
introduce you to the
Esports
house?
Association national
Okay.
tournament in North Carolina that will be hosted by the good folks at the North Carolina Esports Academy. So shout out to
Don't tell me.
AEA and their owner and coach over there. So it looks like they may have misjudged their landing, and looks like there are some folks who
Yeah, but let's just go.
there is some action
let's
going
just
on,
go.
and quickly you'll see looks like several players have been eliminated.
You know, this hot
So
tub
they
can give you
have
shield.
made the decision to leave Outlaw Oasis and get away from all of the blaster fire right now.
Okay, I got 2 med kits. Man, you got a lot of splash.
Right,
got
so again,
2.
as you can see, I mean the map is quickly dwindling. The players are quickly dwindling. We started at
I got
about
thermal and
28 players. Now we're quickly down to 21. So I mean, within the first couple minutes, we have
Thank you.
so within
Okay, let's use the.
within quickly we're
Okay,
down to
got
20
3.
players. So now we're down to about 10 teams left. So teams look like they're definitely trying to be a bit more
We're out of
aggressive on
maps,
this map,
so
probably
just
trying to make
destroy
up for
everything.
their points. And again, you get 1 point for every elimination. So teams are probably trying to take advantage of eliminating other teams to make up some of the
Be
point
careful what you
differential
hit.
and place higher. So yeah, they're gonna have to try to mix up the strategy that they've been playing all match,
Is that
as
you?
well as
Okay, yeah, that's you.
as well as probably having
Alright,
to
come on. Let's get some trees as we go along. Okay?
as,
Don't break
as
the
well as thinking on the fly, because again, we quickly be approaching the end game as we're down to 19 players left. And again, as you can see, they are definitely working on the strategy of maxing out their materials a lot sooner, and also trying to make sure that they
Good thing you just got a
don't.
rush. Now we can run.
Reveal their location by knocking down trees. So they're just kind of hitting trees and getting some, and then hitting the next tree.
Max Wood.
And now we're down to about 18 players left, or roughly 9 teams. So it's possible that they have secured another top 10 finish.
Damn.
So they found a nice little tunnel
Oh,
with
this is what I'm talking about, right?
with several treasure chests, and that they're able to loot. Again, 2 more players have been eliminated. So now there are 16 players.
We're not
16
going
players
well.
left, or roughly 8 teams.
But we can't take a launch pad.
How it looks like
There's a launch.
Alonzo was trying to was thinking about some stuff here, and now they need to make their next rotation fairly soon.
Come on. Get in. Tell me if there's anybody from the back. Back here. There you go.
Okay, so now
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing in the building. It feels like nothing is looted.
Alright, so again, it looks like they're making.
I don't know how that happened.
Are they trying to make their way to Vader? They got a minute left. Are they trying to make their way to Vader?
You watch the door, I watch the window.
Alright, they got about 49 seconds left for the next storm. Again, trying to
Nothing.
lay low. Let's see here. Looks like a player was just rebooted.
Someone's ready
So
to
we're back to
pounce.
15
You
players.
do the door.
So I don't know why I'm whispering. But so it looks like they're trying to make a couple edits here. Again, I guess they figured this is gonna be their location, but
Just in case if someone
I feel like
trying
they
to get
may
us,
be
we're
having to
charging
rotate fairly soon. I'm not sure. Let's see where the next storm.
Yeah, we're gonna
Next
have to go
storm's
somewhere
closing
that
in.
doesn't even have no
Do they-
woods on it. So let's
Do
just
they
go
risk
to a
it and try to
location
go
that's
for
so
go
random
for Vader
that
though?
no one would never go to.
I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. Yo, why is this comment still here?
There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there.
Yeah, no, I guess they're gonna. Guess they're gonna try to hang out here for the time being, but like I said, I do believe the storm is going to be moving. In a different direction fairly soon. Okay, so it looks like they're gonna go up the mountain. About 30 seconds before the next storm circle. Again, we're down to 14 players. So it looks like they're going through the yeah, it looks like they're going the way they originally came. 10 seconds left. Let's see what happens. I'll say yeah. Okay, so they may be. Oh, I don't think they're doing it now. They should even. Oh, yeah, because they're just outside, and now they're just outside. Alright, and just doing a max check. They are maxed out on wood. However, Monto's at roughly 200 brick and 60, and CA is at 500, 240, and 40. So again, they're great with on the wood materials, but
Kid.
the other materials they probably should have took some time to grab some more. 12 players left on the map. I mean, they're right there. They could go for Vader.
Where is he? Is he behind the bush?
They could. How froggy are we feeling, folks? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if they should go for Vader. 30 seconds left now. I don't think they should, but oh well. Wait a minute.
Looks like that area is being
Wait
cleared.
a minute.
It looks like nothing's been robbed. Go to the right. Check the bottom.
Up now they're down to 10 players left. 10 players left, so that should be roughly about 5 teams.
This is good for us.
So let's see what happens.
Just in case if you get fall damage. Just in case if you get too
They're
much
gonna-
fall damage,
Or
we have
they,
med kit.
no, they're not.
Just in case if we have to do
Waterfall.
short
Water.
range
Oh, no,
combat
no, 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 no,
with a rifle.
Okay. How about CA? Yep, and he does make it as well. Okay. All right, looks like a player was rebooted, so we're back to 11 players left on the map. 1 minute left before the storm shrinks, and looks like they are gonna try to anticipate where the next storm circle is going to be, so they can try to get there a little early. Again, not bad especially if you're going to try to make sure you can take natural height, because they're not going to be able to get too much in a material battle. As far as the builds with the wood, I mean, it'll be easily knocked down. So they're going to have to play it smart now. So again, 10 players left. Storm
Make
closing
sure you
in.
sprint.
And already, like I said, he's had to use some material just to get up the hill. Again, not anything you can't come back from. He's already trying to actually replenish what he used, and he did it already. So go ahead and hurry up and catch up to his teammate.
Cool.
Looks like CA is going to go ahead and try to secure this little treehouse area. And then they're going to continue to make their way up the hill to make sure that they are safe in the storm. And again, like I said, we are now in the end game, so the action's definitely going to pick up very soon. As you see now, they have again secured possibly another top 5. Oh, nope, looks like the player was just rebooted. So top 5 or top 6 win. So let's see what happens next.
Listen, look like
Alright,
no
so
one
they're
has
making
been
their
here.
rotation. Looks like another player was just knocked down.
I'll take the
Let's
left.
see if they're going to get eliminated and bring it back down to 10. Right, so we got again just taking another mats check. We had 500, 240, and 130, 500, 229, and 60. Gonna have to see if we can grab some more mats. Wonder if that probably hit that conveyor belt to try to grab some metal, but they also don't want to be too noisy at the moment.
Okay.
We got about 1 minute left for the next storm. And looks like one player was eliminated, so now we are back down to 10. So they probably want to go ahead.
He's staying at the cracks. Staying at the cracks of the windows so they won't suspect us.
So we want. All right, they're gonna have to make a move. They got about 10 seconds, so they're gonna have to make a move for the next rotation. Can't just sit around there right now. All right, and they're right there. So again, they have to just.
We're gonna see if we can find a bush somewhere near here. Okay.
Again, they're not too far.
We're gonna wait and see what's going on.
They're
Like
not too
last
far
second
from
of the storm to do that.
the
Okay.
next circle, so they should be okay. They have have 20 seconds before the storm starts to circle in, so they're gonna have to move. And now it looks like there are 8 people left. Yeah, they have 8 people left, so now they are in
Alright, cool.
about 4 teams left. They're gonna have to make that rotation in 3, 2, 1, go. So now let's see. Again, trying to stay dead side.
Okay, stop.
So looks like they're trying to check. Okay, so they have their spot marked. Again, 4 teams left. Well, 3 if you count. If you don't count our duo. And they successfully made it into the next storm circle. Again, kind of playing the weak side. Kind of staying within the edges. Oh, please don't take fall damage. And now they have the next storm circle, which is a little north of their current location. So again, they need to...
Oh shoot, stormtroopers.
They're gonna need to make a move.
So we might have to change.
They're a little out of the ways, and looks like they're trying to map their way in. So now they're down to 6
Let's
players.
go.
So it looks like there's about
We
3
got
teams
14
left.
seconds, so. I forgot. I forgot. Stormtroopers.
All right, so let's see. All right, so now they're gonna have to walk. They're gonna have to
5,
make their way up the
4,
hill, and now they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to move quickly because they do have the storm.
Oh jeez. Oh,
They do have the storm to worry about now. So they're gonna have to move up, and now it looks like they're taking fire from the stormtroopers.
game over. Okay, go
All right, down 5. They're down 5.
Where are you? Where are you? You're on top. Right.
And they've been separated, so they're definitely gonna have to be very careful.
Meet up at the meet up.
Got. Ooh, don't go over there. Don't go. Don't go.
Your teammate? Okay.
6 players left, so they are.
Yeah, there's builds. Okay.
All right, so they were able to get back and reunite, which is good seeing other players.
Perfect. We're inside the circle.
All right, so it's almost
Further in.
it worked out almost like they planned it.
Yeah. Nice.
So we got
Yeah.
what do we have? 3 players left.
Oh, we're at the next circle.
So they're gonna have
Okay, so, yeah, we're good. So then it's gonna come down to here, and then it's gonna keep on getting smaller. See, this is why so we can collect the metrics.
Yeah, more nuggets. You got 2.
So just to kind of give, let's see, we have 500, 240, 130. Basically almost 500, 230, and 60. So we'll see what happens. They got a minute left. Now again, this is fortunate because again they don't have height, but it looks like someone here. They are. Another team is quickly closing in on rotation. It looks like there was an elimination and then a run, and then they ran out of there. Oh, CA is down. Ah. What stats? Wait, I need the stats because I think you got one, right? Oh no, you got a knockdown. All right, well, guess what? Another top 3 finish. Not bad.
It's one of the first like there's nobody there. Like, wow.
Yeah, 196. I only shot one player. 196 from that one headshot.
Oh, all right, y'all. So we have wrapped up our participation in the Amateur Esports Association Open Tournament. We thank you for watching and tuning in. We don't appreciate the one comment, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you all for watching. We will be back, I believe, next week with some streaming. We're getting ready for our summer camp, so we got some stuff coming with that as well. And again, I appreciate everybody watching today, and y'all be safe and have a great weekend. Be sure to follow us on Alpha Esports Tech. Check us out at alphaesportstech.com. If you're interested in summer camps, you can go to alphaesportstech.com/camps to get some more information and to make sure you register. Spots are filling up fast, especially after our open house. And as you can see, we have a headless person bopping in our screen. So thank you for tuning in. We will see you all next week, and everybody be safe.